All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 stories. Look them up, 7 to 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Vice, narcotics, gangs, naked bodies, people doing sex in restrooms, all kinds of neat stuff. So look them up, they're fun. In addition to that, on the same site, we have 115 now stories that long-term answering questions from you guys about different things. So if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Hopefully that's right side up. Yeah, it is. Okay. So now I'm talking about, we had a scandal, they moved everybody around, and now I went to what I pretty much call a dysfunctional squad. Okay, so I went to the captain, and he wanted to do task forces. Licensed tab task forces for people stealing a little sticker on your license plate. That's a big problem, okay? Can you imagine at the time, this would be 1998? No, 99. They were told the DMV was going to work on that problem. And this is 2018 and no one's done anything, okay? Their thought was to put these stickers, have them reversible sticking and put them on the inside of your back window so no one can steal them. And then apparently they have to have a congressional approval to do that. And I'm sure they would charge everybody $5 a pop since the state always charges you for everything to do that. I thought that was a pretty good idea. And to put it inside the window so no one can peel it off, take it off. You have to smash the window. No one's going to do that. But they decided they're going to do anything. Okay, but anyway, so he tells me about that, and he tells me and then week after that, this is all planned because I remember I'm new. This was planned before I got here from the old guy that was taking credit for all these guys' work. I don't even call it work. Okay, tickets for people drinking in public. Okay, so now it's already planned. So he said, oh, and by the way, a week after that, after the licensed tab task force, I feel like Joey on Friends, task force. He wants to have a drinking in public task force. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting there, I can't believe this. Drinking in public task force, and he explaining, I told you before he was asleep at the wheel when I told him what I needed. Now he's all fired up now. Okay, he's actually woke up. Yeah, my citizens are complaining about all these different spots, and you guys have been really good at coming out there and writing drinking in public tickets, and we wrote 200 of them last 2 weeks ago, we wrote 200 of them. Whew. I'm sitting there like a potted plant. I'm like, I can't believe this guy's saying this. Okay, so now, like I said before, now that I'm a top step, I got a rocker, I got 5 hash marks or more. Now you pull your belt tight. I said, well, he was a captain, didn't know anything. I said, Captain, here's the thing. Now he just told me he hates narcotics. I said, okay, fine. I have nothing to lose now. He hates us anyway. I'm losing my 2 people. Fine. I go, that's not our job function. The look on his face. What? I'm a new sheriff in town, and we're not going to do that. We're going to go out and get search warrants. We're going to hit rock houses. We're going to get gang members. I'm explaining what we're doing. Maybe by osmosis, he'll realize that maybe my stuff's a little more important than his licensed tab task force. We're going to get gang members. We're going to get wanted felons, search warrants, and that's what we're going to do now. I said, I came from a division that we did it every day. I'm not going to do those task forces. I'm sorry. It's just not part of our posture. Oh, really? Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Pair of 2s. He's got a pair of kings. Okay. Now he's betting double now. He goes, oh, well, we'll see about that. I said, okay, sir. He's a captain. What's your lieutenant's name? Oh, hang on one second. Piece of paper wrote down his name. There's a good lieutenant. If it was the bad lieutenant, it would have been fun to watch the bad lieutenant head explode while he's trying to decide whether I should follow this captain or my captain doing narcotics. The old a-hole lieutenant I had, his head would literally explode. Figuratively and literally. We wouldn't know what to do. Okay, because he would just say, no, we're not going to do that. So I knew this one good lieutenant would say that. So I go, name, here's his phone number. He goes, sir. He goes, all right. Gets the number, puts it down. He goes, yeah. I said, so just to let you know, we got this plan, that plan, and we're going to lose 2. You're going to get those 2 people back, and so just to make sure, I tell my captain, you're not going to give us any more bodies. Is that correct? Now that was a rhetorical question, because once I just slapped him, and I'm trying to, and I want to make sure he knows it. And he goes, well, yeah, I can't. I just tell your captain that I can't afford to have those people. I said, okay. I said, oh, by the way, Captain, as I stood up, by the way, the captain down there in the other division, yeah, he was able to give me 7. He could afford 7 bodies, and you can't afford 2. Well, he has a lot more personnel than I do. No, he's lying now. Okay, I know this division. The one I just came from had 480 or something. He's got like 320. I mean, I know the numbers. I don't sit here and BS, okay? I know the numbers. That's okay. It's okay, fine. So he didn't like that. He just said, I shook hands when I came in. When I left, I said, well, thank you. I just walked out. I said, I don't need to talk to idiots like this. So I go back to my office. And again, we're all in the same building. We share part of that building. So my lieutenant's right next door to me. So where did I go? Right to him. I know he's going to get a phone call. And as I look over there, he's already on the phone. I don't think I even left the office. The guy dialed his number. Great. So I go sit down. I kick back, and my assistant, the good assistant, I call him. I'll just call him my assistant. He's a good one. I don't have to say good every time. It's anyway. I told him what I did. I told him what I told you. He goes, whoa. He goes, what's going to happen if? He says, here's an obvious question. What's going to happen if the lieutenant comes out and says you're going to go do licensed tap task force and beer drinking task force? I'll do what I'm told. I'll do what I'm told. But I'm going to tell the lieutenant I'm calling the captain. If this is our policy, then I'll go ahead and put away all our guns and stuff, and we'll just go out there and, whoa, we're going to do that? Absolutely. Who's going to tell the captain when the lieutenant's starting to go crazy over here? I'll tell you right now, the other lieutenant would probably do that. He'd say, oh, go ahead and do it. I'm still going to call the captain. This is wrong. This is wrong. If you want us to do this, then just disband our unit. Don't call us narcotics anymore. We'll go over there and work beer drinkers. Maybe we'll keep a couple samples and take them home for myself. A couple of cold ones. It's a hot day. We'll write them tickets and I'll drink a little bit and we'll call it a day. Why not? Anyway, so sure enough, man, we have these comm lines, buzzer inter-office line. It's him. Oh, yeah, I got you, Lieutenant. So I go around. I go in there and sit down. He goes, what happened? I told him everything. He goes, well, so he can't spare 2 even though he already has 2 to you. Yeah, do the math. We have 2. They go back. He gives me 2. There's no draw on his personnel. He's already got him over here. He wants to put up some obscure job somewhere doing stats. A policeman making that much money, opening up log books and writing down how many arrests were made every day. Really? That's important? You think those people in those rock houses that live in those neighborhoods with rock houses really care about that guy writing stats? They want narcs kicking the doors into their neighbors and taking away criminals. But nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about the poor people out there that pay the taxes that live behind their houses on wrought iron bars, that they're in prison and the crooks are running around loose. They don't care about that. I do, because I saw it all the time. It sucks, man. It really did. So anyway, all right. So here comes the next thing. We have punk rock concerts coming to town, and there's a sports arena around the Coliseum, and they gated off for a punk rock concert. And they get about 10,000, 15,000 people there. They had some incidents before I got there, where officers were taking enforcement on some of these things, and there was some fighting. They fought the officers. There was some baton beatings. There was people injured, not officers, officers were injured, but a lot of civilians. So our chief decided he didn't want active enforcement on these places. Okay. He decided he wanted to monitor, and I use that in quotes, monitor what was going on in there. So he sent 2 squads in there on a punk rock concert night to monitor. And I asked the lieutenant, what does that mean? I take that means no arrest. He goes, no, just see what's going on, see if anybody needs help. Patrols in there and foot beats and stuff, and just kind of be available. I said, for what? He says, in case they need help. Okay. So you're telling me officially you want no enforcement action? He goes, this is a good lieutenant. He goes, yeah, I got to call them downtown. I said, okay, so we're going to look at 20,000 punk rockers. Everybody's smoking weed. We weren't concerned about the pot. What we were concerned about was ecstasy, because ecstasy kills people. Pot doesn't kill people. You may think you're dead. Oh man, I'm so wasted. But you're not dead. Ecstasy kills people. Ecstasy allows women to be so incapacitated they're going to get sexually assaulted. Okay, that kind of stuff. Or men too. You get men gay men that get intoxicated like that. They're going to get assaulted. I mean, it's a equal opportunity offender type drug. Okay, fine. So we went. Oh, I can't tell you, man. If you watch any of my videos, I'm an A officer, alpha. All my people, well, this new squad, some were alphas. The lady was alpha, my assistant was, there's some alphas. For the most part, we're pretty much alphas. To sit there and stand there and watch activity in front of you, you can't take enforcement action, is very discouraging. Because if we take action, they're going to discipline us for failing to follow an order. Even though the action that we're taking is a felony, the dope, the ecstasy. Figure that one out, okay? Sure, we did the right thing. Sure, the DA will file charges. Sure, we got the evidence. Oh, sure, we did that. And then in the meantime, they're going to come back with a little knife and stab you in the back. And so you're disciplined for failing to follow an order. How does that work? I arrested a felon. I'm going to discipline for arresting a felon. Because remember, there's all kinds of different entities going on here. There's administrative. There's I'll tell you about, there's getting on a sidetrack. You shoot someone, okay? State law says you can. The police policy says you can't. Okay? So state says you're okay, however, department policy will give you a reprimand for improper tactic or firing too many bullets or whatever. So that's how it works. It's really strange, okay? It's really a strange phenomenon. I could go off on another story, but I will ramble on here. But anyway, it's horrible. So we stood there, and all we did all night was listen for the other units that needed help, because there was some patrol guys, there was a lot of patrol officers on foot just to make sure, keep the peace. We spent the evening pretty much picking up humanity, kids, and I mean kids, I mean 17, 18, 19-year-old kids, men and women, girls, boys, and basically carrying them to the tents that had, hospital, what do you call it, triage stuff, because they're passed out, they're in grotesque positions, on the ground, fetal, hunched over, because they're out. So we'd pick them up and take them over to so they wouldn't get robbed, raped, whatever, even though no one's going to rape in a public setting, but there's a lot of places you can take somebody off to where it's dark, and there's not, it's outside and inside, so you got a lot of places where you can take someone, girl, and rape her, and nobody would know the difference. Everybody's high. That was a horrible night. One of the worst nights I ever worked of not being able to do anything. It's beyond words. It's beyond words. So, so we took a lot of people at first aid. One of the here we go. One of the other squad that went with us was from a harbor area, and this is right after they had their top step was arrested for heroin usage. So they had a new top step down there, and he was kind of a salty guy, even though he was junior to me, but he wanted to do his own thing, and I respected him for that. He was the other squad that was with us, so we're all spread out, and we hear him. Officer needs help, officer needs help. They're getting on their radios, right? So we're trying to get to them. Well, there's people everywhere. It's just like, it's like, put it this way, it's like Dodger Stadium emptying out after on the ninth inning with a full game on a World Series or something. Just people coming out, and you got to run the other way to get to somebody. You just can't get through them. It's like a sea of people, literally. So we're trying to get to them, and meanwhile they're on the ground wrestling. We finally get there, and it's over by the time we get there, my squad. And they saw somebody, dealing ecstasy. They grabbed the guy. He started fighting. Another guy jumps in, and and by the way, a majority of these people, 95% of these people, are white, which is really weird. And it's in a black area, so it's kind of like, whoa, because you're not used to this. It's really strange. Not that it means anything. It just seems just really funny that drug draws predominantly white people. I've been other innuendos, fiestas in East LA. It's pot. Other places, it's cocaine. The ecstasy seems to bring out a lot of white people, which is really strange. But anyway, so they made their arrest, everything else. Okay, well, obviously, they had to make a report. Well, I found out this top step got disciplined because he did not follow orders. He was only supposed to advise and report. Okay, and they reprimanded him, saying that you guys got, after not following the orders, you got in a physical altercation with all these people, and that shouldn't happen either, because if you followed orders, here it comes. If you follow the order not to do anything, you wouldn't have gotten in the altercation. That's that thinking of people inside that, okay, fine, that's your fight, but if you hadn't been enforcing the law, you wouldn't get in a fight. It's that kind of thinking just boggles my mind. It really does. But anyway, so that was our we did 2 of those, and I hated going to each one of them. It was just a waste of time. I got better things to do than sit around and babysit these people who want to do drugs and not take any enforcement action. We probably could have arrested 30 people that night easily by seeing, they come in, they search for weapons when they come in. Then they go in and you watch them. We were right by the gate. You coming in, you watch them, and a couple guys will come in. They go over to the side. And they're real simple, man. They reach in their sock, pull a little baggie like 4 or 5 pills. They drop one, put it back in their sock because they're good for the night. No one's gonna. Well, you look at them. That's possession. It's a felony. Then you see them dealing it. That's a felony. We couldn't do anything. Okay. So that's my experience down there, and with that unit. And I think we're gonna go to the next video here, and I'll catch you the next time. Okay. All right. Bye bye.